Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to our ticker highlight show. Andrew should be on any second with his all our favorite song. How is everyone doing? Happy Mother's Day to the moms out there. Hope you had a great one.
Hey, Leisha.
Hi, Andrew. How are you?
You know what time it is? I'm doing pretty good.
I promised everyone a song.
I know. It's the ticker highlight show time. It's a ticker highlight show.
That's a good one, Andrew.
Leslie and Andrew Giovinazzi. Mark is not here.
Mark's on his way home from the Quiz Bowl.
Yes, he's quiz bowling. Happy Mother's Day to Leisha.
Well, thank you. I hope everyone had a good one. Did Courtney have a nice one?
She did. I moved about 3 tons of logs yesterday. I wish that was an exaggeration. I was cranking log. All of the stuff that had fallen in the storm, which was a lot. We had that early April storm. We finally burned all the stuff.
Wow.
Yeah, we had some big pyres.
It's dangerous trying to move all those giant
logs,
heavy trees.
Yeah. I have a hand cranked winch that can move 3,000 pounds, so that helps. So I move it, and drop it into place. We actually made like a little bridge over where we lost some land and stuff. So
you're not doing it alone, are you?
Yep.
Oh my gosh.
So she was burning and I was hauling.
Wow.
Are you sore today, AG? Do you eat burritos? You know what? I was a little sore this morning, but I was able to exercise a little, and so anyway, okay.
Is there an inside joke, Chuck, on the burritos?
I don't know.
I'm not getting it. Do you want to get started, or do you want me to look at the charts first?
I think, should we do a little intro to the stock? Like I think.
Yeah, go ahead.
We can start people with the charts.
No, you go ahead. If you want to talk about what Mark wrote.
I have to see what Mark wrote.
Mark wrote that he's kind of indifferent. He thinks they'll probably go higher, but needs some proof, and probably higher because it's AI, but the PE is really high.
Right.
But they're not in a lot of debt.
Oh, he moved logs. I don't know how logs and burritos work, but
I don't either.
I'm trying to put it together. Anyway. Oh, man.
Oh, I get it. I get it now.
Chuck. Thanks, Chuck.
That's
Chuck
funny.
started Monday out with a bang.
Now I get it, Chuck. We should have known.
Jose, I neither do I, and I eat a lot of burritos.
I love burritos. That's funny.
Oh my word. Anyway, yeah, I think Palantir is one of those companies that is kind of like the game-changing technology, but the valuation of the company gets so far ahead of where they are, and I feel like that's a little bit where we are. Like I'm comfortable like buying that stock. I bought some of that. Well, I put that stock in the old Trading Legion class at option.
Oh, wow.
I put it at probably $16. I wrote some calls against it, and then it rode down to and this was only like a 2 or 3 lot, and I rolled it down to like $7 or $8 in 2022.
Yeah, right.
And then I wrote more puts in there. I actually ended up doing, really well on it. I got put stock, and then I rode it all the way up, and I bought more stock at $14.
Nice.
And so it ended up like my first 2 or 3 lots sucked that year. But since I saw like the sales growth and then, was going into the whole AI thing. And you know who helped a lot was Frank on this.
Oh yeah.
He says he thought their AI technology was helping, the Ukrainians work the battlefield kind of in real time. So that basically, like, I think from my understanding, but I could be wrong, that Palantir helped sort of stabilize that war. Like, it's kind of a drone battle now, and it's sort of a stalemate. And I think that's kind of where it is. I could be wrong, but that was my understanding. I'm going to get more on it from Frank. But Palantir helped create that base technology for making the drones go different places. So anyway, so I think it's a good company with a good, but it's at 10 times sales right now, something like that. Let me see the last time I looked at it. So is it? Yeah. See, it's already $100 billion again. So it's like it has, like, it is a very expensive company. The revenue grows. So it's one of those things where I think the technology can easily get above. So, like, at this point, would I add any at this price? It's kind of hard. That's sort of my thought on it. I like the idea of buying it in the teens. I think that mostly because they have their ability to grow is pretty hard, but that's like buying it into strength is pretty hard. That's kind of where I am with that, Alicia. So that's kind of where I am there. Voz has something to do with burritos or tacos, depending on where she wants the market to go. So anyway, Jose, I think it's an expensive stock here. I actually sold some of my shares in the mid-20s. I reduced the position by half here. I have to be quite honest, because my average price was pretty good, and I'm kind of writing the rest of it now for a solid credit. So I did get rid of half the position here. I think it's tradable from like the mid-teens to the mid-20s. So that's kind of where I am on this, Leisha.
Well, looking at the chart, we are sitting at support here.
Okay.
It did have a few ugly, last week was pretty ugly after their earnings. Nice, huge rally, and then they didn't like it.
Right.
This whole area, though, so this support line I just drew and I noticed goes back. So it has some pretty good support here today. This whole area between this gap here is considered support.
Is it?
So, yeah. So I wouldn't be so quick to short it, honestly. Today you may be getting a Harami candle that could end this downtrend.
So can you go into a little what a Harami candle is for everybody?
Yes, the Harami candle is an inside day on a previous day's very large bullish or bearish candle. Can be either way. And it tells you that whatever trend you're in, not so fast, it may not continue. Okay. Harami means pregnant in Japan and Japanese. That means pregnant in Japanese.
Mother's Day. I mean, the day after Mother's Day, but.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Once it trades outside of the previous day's candle, it's no longer a Harami. Okay. And you also need to wait for confirmation the following day. In this case, you'd like to see it open and trade higher.
Okay.
I wouldn't be so quick to short it here.
Right. Yeah, I'm not like I said, I'm not in the aggressive short camp on this one at all. Just because I think their customer base is big. Maybe there's a pregnant option. So let's see here. Like, so from a pricing, like for a vol, let me see like a little vol point of view here. Cause let me see here. So you're getting like, so here, let's just look at some perspective here on this. Here, I'm gonna do my screen here.
Yeah, sure, I'll stop.
I'll turn my screen share on here, Alicia. So what would you say is kind of your level there, Alicia, from on the bottom?
So
or like
the
this is
200
like
day,
a support area, right?
the 200 day comes in at 1911.
Okay.
Yeah, 2040 is definitely some good support.
Okay.
And then throughout 19 and 1980, and then below there 18.
So I mean, everybody's looking at that chart. So that's the yellow graph is a 60-day volatility. So that would be July-ish sometime. And the green chart is September volatility or August vol, right around there, like time frame rise. Now, I don't know about you guys, but does that look like the lowest volatility in a year? It's pretty cheap. Like when you're looking for inexpensive options, I would say that's pretty inexpensive. So again, and I would look at, I like Leisha's idea here because if you're going to buy a put, right, you're looking for the put like on, it would have to have a major breakdown of support. Like if you're trying to price this, like, okay, like, do you want to spend a lot of money on a put or do you only want to spend the money like if it really loses support and breaks apart, then what happens, right? So I would say here, if we're going out to, let's say, July as a 42 vol, the 60-day volatility average for Palantir is 56%. So, NVIDIA rocks, any AI thing rocks. Let's just see what the July price is at. So
June
a 17
21.
put, an 18 put, a 19 put is 64 cents.
Yeah. Even the June regular expiration's not bad.
Let me see. The 19 put in June is 36 cents. The 21 call is $1.19.
Right.
So what I do is, like, I would say, okay, do we bounce off this support level? This is fairly easy, but we get one bounce and we own those puts for free. You know what I mean?
Yes.
What do you think about that, Leisha? And if
I like it.
And if it breaks support, right, then everybody's like, the sky's going to fall. And we see 20, and these things usually go to like buck 25, and we sell those, and then we just see what we get with a call. So I think as a strangle, it makes good sense as a strangle. It's just where the volatility is so low, right?
Yeah.
These options decay at a penny a day. It's like, where are they going,
Yeah, it's a nice opportunity. We're looking at it at the right time.
Yep. What do you guys think? I like this as a strangle. So here, I
We
would
have
write
39
it up like
days for June also. That's a lot. I like it. What's that?
All right. So we got May 13. Okay. So I've got PLTR. We have the June. We're going to buy to open, and you do whatever size you're comfortable with. I think on this one, I don't mind buying a 5 or a 10 lot on this one. So for here, whatever you buy whatever you're comfortable with. But I buy one June. So I'm just giving you the basic ratio. Then you do what you want. 21.19 strangle for, that's $1.40. $1.55. $1.55.
Yeah.
And like this is a trade too, you look at this and you're like, okay, 21, 19 put, 21 call, strangle. for 155 top. Now, I would scale into this just in case. You could scale in a little, today, tomorrow, the next day, because we do have that CPI number. Anything could happen. But I look at this as like you also have an opportunity, if the stock pops fast, to get a put for a credit, and then you could just trade around that put for the credit. That's how I would work this trade. Because I think, what Leisha's saying here, like, we could easily get like, hey, we had the earnings, whatever, but like bounce. Like you can get this quick bounce, but it might not stay there. You know what I mean? So you have to be ready to close the call, get the put, and then that's kind of your trade routine. You know what I mean?
Also, if you're not feeling bullish, Andrew, the 22.19 isn't bad either. I'm sorry, the 22.20.
Okay.
If you want to be a little more delta neutral.
The 22.20 for that's $1.45. So
if you want to be a little more neutral,
I'll tell you what, I'm easy on this one. I can go less long, or are you a little more ambivalent here with the chart? Because you're waiting for a day, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll
Definitely
tell you what.
Sitting on support and could be Harami, but I'm also thinking the overall market might be ready for a little pullback I wrote about. So maybe delta neutral might be better.
Okay. All right. And I think that's what, 145? Oh, we saved ourselves a dime too, being less long. 67 and 77 is 144. Okay, so I'll say 145 top.
That's right, Jose.
Now, either call or put, the stock can move enough that you would own the other side for nothing. And that's kind of how I trade. That's how I trade a strangle to begin with. If you get a runner, that's great. But, if you have the momentum in the up or down direction, the momentum stops. I just sell the thing that's paying and then see what you get out of it. So I don't trade the strangle with the hopium approach. It's just more of, if we rally, great. And then when we stop rallying, just dump the call and then see what you can do with the put afterward. I know that's how I trade a strangle. I don't know if everybody else does it like that, but I'm more focused on making sure that I just close the options when they're paying. That's all. That's how I would approach that. So here, I'm going to give this to Christian. I like the balanced approach. I still have, I think, what did we buy last week?
The
Apple put calendar. You would have hedged it. I did a variation of that in a trading desk. That's not working very well. Apple's pretty much gone. Like the first day we put the trade on, Leisha, it was making money. I probably just should have closed it. And then Apple's on basically a 6-point rally since then.
Yeah.
Let's look at that chart anyway. I'm going to give this to Christian here right now. And this is okay. All righty. And
Apple's looking bullish here. It held its 200 day.
I know. My 175 put calendars are sucking butt, and my 190 call is actually green today, I think, finally. Is it green? Yes, the 190 call is making me money, but the position overall has been a total piece of junk. Now, if I didn't close those short puts, it wouldn't have been as bad, but basically I'm going to run these 190 calls now and see what happens. I'll run a stop on them at this point, but I mean, could be up, but basically all of those puts, those 175 puts are toast. I don't think we're ever going to get anything out of them. So, and then Dell, I did trade some 1x2s around the Dell, like the 140 calls. I traded the 20, 30 1x2s against it, buying one, selling two. That paid some money. I also sold that Dell put for, I think, $4. I think that's really the only open position. I have some SMR calls as well still for August. And I think that's all we have open in here. So that I'm holding the Dell upside call because now I kind of own it for nothing. So I'll see what happens here through the CPI number. You know, maybe Dell trades 140 and we get a little extra out of it. But
yeah,
that's kind of where those positions sit right now. The Apple position pretty much sucks, and the buyback is winning. I mean, the reality is the buyback's winning.
That's what they wanted.
So, look at Dell. Is Dell going to break out?
Could be trying to, yeah. It does have resistance right up here.
Yeah, it was kind of like just sitting there. But anyway, so that's where I am on these open positions. And this was not filled. This was no good. I'm just going through a couple of these here. DLR, I wonder if that's come back a little bit. Again, this is off the track. So Apple's, the chart's looking better. We're waiting for this Palantir trade. I'm going to see what I can bid here for this a little bit. PLTR. Again, I don't think Palantir is a buyout candidate ever at $100 billion. I think it's not, it probably isn't a bad covered right or like short put, like short the 15 or the 16 put, something like that. But I think as a straight up trade now, the strangle doesn't look too bad. So
yeah, I like it.
Well, all right. I'm bidding 144 here for a 5 lot. 144. Yep. 144. And let's see here. Not filled yet, but the trade is in. And that's about it for today. So again, I like, right? I could see Meta or Apple buying them. Do you think so, Harple? Please take a look at SLV. Hard to do a pitchfork. You're getting the Prima of pitchforks is getting a request. I think culturally, Palantir and Meta would have a hard time fitting. Do you think so, Harple? I mean, if Apple took their $100 billion and bought Palantir instead of buying their stock back. It's interesting to think about, Harple. Well, I hope it happens after I buy this strangle. Alicia is sharing her pitchfork now. By the way, I kind of like Prima of pitchforks.
Sounds Italian.
It does. It does.
So let me give you my my older pitchfork here that's been working pretty well. Definitely held support on the top of it up here and held the median line here. So put this one in. September 29th is your low. Your high is December 1st. And your low is January 22nd. Put that one in there. And I'm going to remove this. That one works pretty well, and it's still holding, so you're coming up on resistance there. Then I would add the parallel channel here for that breakout above there. There you go. So it looks like your silver's bull flagging here.
Right at that level, Leisha.
Pardon me?
What's that number right there?
Where?
Wow, silver's $26.
Yeah.
I haven't been paying attention. I've just been watching my gold miners go up a little bit.
So,
what the 6, like the 6.5, 6 strangle or something? Is that a resistance right there, Alicia, that line?
well, let's look at it. It's closing this gap.
Uh-huh.
That whole gap area has been resistance. It's closing the gap. It looks like it closed it on Friday. You have a really nice bullish candle, bull flag, but now you're up against the resistance of the edge of the upper end of the pitchfork, right? And as you can see, it's proven itself here by being support over here. Old support is now new resistance. It's just pausing probably to gear up and trade over. You got a MACD turning positive. I'd say it looks like it's gearing up to trade over that. Now look at the dollar too, though. You know, the dollar affects it quite a bit. Looks like you're above yeah. I'd say this is bull flagging to trade and try to
make a little move higher.
Yeah.
Wonder what
reach those highs again.
Anybody? I have no thought on the SPY until after the CPI number, Rodney. I don't think we're going anywhere today in SPY. It's just going to be.
We do have resistance up here on. Let me show you my ES. If you guys didn't read, profits and pumps.
You should.
You should.
Well, the 26. I feel like $1 is a lot for the 26 calls in June for SLV.
Yeah. We are bumping up against resistance on the ES. This also could be bull flagging too, though. We need to. Patience is the hardest thing, right? We always want to hop in and make the trade. Right. And look, we're right at 52.50.
Right.
This has to make a decision, and maybe we just get all these little spinning tops until PPI comes tomorrow.
Yeah.
I think Andrew's right. We may not go anywhere today.
Yeah. The May 24, 26 call in SLV is 55 cents. The 25.5 put is 35 cents. The 25 put is 19 cents. All right, I got to hop to trading desk, Alicia.
Yes,
you guys, thank you for coming. I know we don't have Mark. It wasn't as exciting. We didn't have as many funny jokes. Although Carl with the burrito, didn't he come up with some kind of burrito joke for all in all? I do have hopefully some pictures will come out on that soon. My wife took some pictures of me like knocking stuff over and knocking trees down or whatever. So anyway, you guys have a good day, and some of you will see in the trading desk later. Bye-bye.
See you guys. Thank you.